Alrighty guys, so look at this trade that we took on the British pound Canadian dollar. I'm going to break this trade down and why I took this trade, but I'm going to kind of do it in reverse. You know, I take my trades, my signals off the daily time frame, and I enter on the lower time frame. And I'm going to show you what this looks like from the smaller time frame, the 1 hour, all the way up, and look for why I place my take profit where I placed it. Okay, it's real easy to find. So when I'm looking at this, and keep in mind, I saw all of this on the daily time frame, and I'm gonna break it down for you. So I'm looking at this move here, right? It comes down, hits this level of support, and this is the first day out of the move. This move right here is what made my oscillator go from oversold back crossing the 20% level on my stochastic on the daily time frame, plus the move broke these highs right here, these previous days highs, right? So this is the move that actually got my attention right here, this strong move coming out of these lows here. Okay, now keep in mind on the daily time frame, all of my moving averages and everything was pushing up to the upside. So I kind of already knew I was looking for a buy opportunity, right? So once I got this move out of this first day, I knew that price more than likely wanted to push back up, right? Unless it was going to close below, and if it closed below and it came down, then I would have exited the trade with a small loss. But so when I got this move here, price pushed right out of this level here. Okay, now we're working with something. So I set my entry for when price comes back and touch this level. Boom, that took my entry. That put me into the trade. So it was a buy limit order, right? Came down, touched it, created a double bottom on today's price action, and now price is beginning to move to the upside. Okay, so let's go to the 4 hour time frame and see what we see on that 4 hour. Okay, here we go. Essentially, we're looking at the same thing. Price broke higher. It closed above these highs, these levels. It closed here, and then it closed above here. Okay, so I said when price comes back down to these levels, go ahead and put me in for a buy position, because I know the overall market. When I go to the daily and the weekly time frames, you're going to see everything is pointing up. So this momentum is going up, right? So even if I get into the trade, even if I take what most people would say is a poor entry, I still stand to do well on the trade as long as I didn't over leverage the trade and I could hold the position. Because at the end of the day, on the big time frames, the move is still going up. So eventually at some point, more than likely, there's a greater chance than not that this move is going to continue to the upside. So if I take a bad entry, I may be in some slight drawdown or maybe a lot of drawdown. But as long as I don't over leverage my account, I can hold the trade. That's a lesson to teach you guys never to over leverage your account. Okay, so now let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, now on the daily time frame, again, as you can see, when I got this move right here, which turned my oscillator over, I was just waiting on the break of this level to get in the trade. And if I go ahead and throw a moving average on here, like I'm gonna throw the 200, you know what, I'm just gonna throw a 50 on here. I think a 50 should show it. Let's just throw a 50. Let's give me 1 second, guys. If I throw this 50 on here, then you see prices actually heading up. If I throw a 200 on here, give it a different color, give it black. And you can see I am already in the overall direction of the market. So again, even if I was to take like a piss poor entry right here, as long as you don't over leverage your account, you can still withstand the pullback, because you know overall the market is going to go up at some point. Okay, now let's go to the weekly. And again, the weekly time frame is showing the same thing as the daily, right? And we know from line to line on that daily, that's a month worth of price action. So overall for the month, if I'm looking at the daily time frame, let me go back. So if I'm looking at the daily time frame for the month, 1 second, guys. I'm looking at the daily time frame on the month. For this month, from this line to that line represents the month of May, right? I know we're in June now, but it represents the month of May, and price is going up, up, up and away, right? So same so far for the week in June. So the first week coming into June, price is moving up, right? So that's why we're looking to take buy entries, right? Okay. Now, so that is why we took that trade. But where do I put my exit, my take profit? Well, if I want to go for 1-to-1, my take profit would have been about here. But since I know price is going up, I think I want to try to hold this trade a little bit longer. So where am I going to put why is my take profit up here? Because if I go back on this trade, I just see this is what price came before. And that'll actually give me like a 3-to-1 on this, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 on this particular trade. So I just wanted to break down this trade. I know I hadn't done a video in a while, but this is the way that we trade. We trade new level. We do take trend, counter trend trades, but of course the best trades are trades in the direction of the overall trend of the market. All right, guys, have a good day. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, or share, subscribe, and like. It's something like that. But whatever you do, just like the video, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Forex.